Not first date and swapping mates, y'all. What is up? Welcome back or welcome to a reaction recap with your girl. I'm Ash. If you're new here, stick around for a bit. TV Besties was good. If you're new, I consider myself your TV bestie, the one you talk to, chatted up with, gossip with about what is going on some of our favorite TV shows, movies, whatever. I'm trying to like do more than just like some of these TV shows. I'm a reality fanatic, so that's mainly what you're gonna get from me. So yeah, kick back, relax. We usually have drinks around. I finished mine watching the episode. Enjoy yours, have a smoke, whatever. Let's get in, let's chill. Married at First Sight, as you can see in the title, episode 22. Swap it. What is it? First date, swapping mates, y'all. This is like crazy. This is like crazy because things is like happening. So like, all right, let's go ahead and just jump into. I'll jump all into this. If you are new here, I don't even be trying to make this long and drawn out. We try to get right into it, get my reaction on the main things. It was a lot going on, but I want to like really just focus on a lot of the things, like some of the main stuff. Like first of all, not yet Gina, Clint and Dominique meeting up. So obviously, the previews, the trailer, whatever, they always like kind of like mislead us on what's going on. So this wasn't an official like date or anything like that. Apparently Clint is interested in getting a dog. Dominique just got a dog. They're both, single, and both their spouses, rumored are to be, seeing each other and going on a date. So I guess why not? Why not of all people to meet up and, talk about dogs or whatever or whatnot. So it does. It's pretty cordial. It's pretty chill. Talking about the dogs, talking about, Mac and Gina, dating. And then as well, Dominique lets on that she is considering reaching out to Gil, who is from a previous season, who was very well into his marriage. He ended up divorced. I cannot remember her name, but boy, that girl, Shorty was off the chain. If you into this, I want to say that they might be 2 or 3 seasons ahead of before this one. Y'all let me know how on or off I am. But so she's considering reaching out to them, and basically, y'all know Clint just kind of just gives her the push to go ahead and just move that on out there or whatever or whatnot. What else we got going on? Our girl Jasmine is out there. I remember last week, Jasmine kind of like mentioned to her aunt that, after this experience, she was kind of like ready to kind of like branch on, and move on. Like she's really like into this next chapter. And even when she was telling the guy that she's dating, who is someone she knew previously, so it's not like somebody that is someone new. It's kind of like she said, someone she put a pause on, and basically now she put she said, she pressed that resume button. So she wanted to basically move out. She was living with her parents, so her and Kirsten were looking at apartments together. And so she was telling us about this guy who she completely remains anonymous. And you know what, I'm not mad at her. I'm mad at some of the guys in the after party episode, McKinley throwing shade, talk about from the looks of it, he don't have his swag, and I just take Eric's side on this. On what side exactly? What side? It isn't like she wanted to divorce him and like he wanted to stay what? Shut up, McKinley. Boy, bye. She got to move on. So whether you consider it to be an upgrade or a downgrade, this guy is very well attracted to her, very well into her. Like the intimacy was going on right then and there on that date, just from words exchanged. Like I was for it. I'm here for Jasmine. Jasmine's like, look, so I didn't get what I want. I'm not about to sit and twiddle and wait. Like I'm going to go back out there and I'm going to continue to look for what I want, because now I know for sure what it is that I want and I can go forward with that. I'm proud of my girl. I'm so hyped for her. So you keep him unanimous, girl. You leave the guys talking. You leave the guys wondering. You I don't care what he look like. It don't really matter. I kind of care, but I don't really care. Do I think okay, y'all, do I really think he is attractive as Aries from the looks of it? No, but what does it really matter? That's the thing. Those cute ones, what they say, there's always those cute ones, and the ones don't really treat you good. It be the ugly boys. That's what they say. Y'all heard that before? So, who else? What? Kirsten. Let's talk about like Kirsten, because like you see, I can't like really talk about them like as a couple no more, because it seems like basically, they've decided to. Because usually what they do after decision day is that they'll have like the specials of the, after decision day. But now they've like included that in these episodes. I think we actually got one more before the reunion, from what I was looking at. But, yeah, so unfortunately, Shaq lost his. Oh my God, y'all! I about bawled in here. Shaq lost his grandma, and of course, that was the grandmother that had attended the wedding. And so, when you're thinking about this is literally just months, months or whatever after they've gotten married. And I'm sure he's just grateful that he was even able to see that, even though they may have not stayed together. And just to see those memories and that moment at the wedding. And but Kirsten being Kirsten, obviously, she was definitely hurt by the whole, ordeal and everything. But, regardless, she obviously still cares for him regardless. And I think that, regardless of what we said about Kirsten, she's obviously not that cruel to have heard something like that and not have reached out. Because remember, she said she was going to reach out to him, whatever. But for something like that, she reached out to him, to send condolences and send that love or whatever his way, and now she's at the place where she wants that closure. Of course, the guys, the girls have the meetups, whatever, whatnot. And, she was telling the girls, like, yeah, I know, like, I didn't want to, talk to him, like, at first, but now I, like, need to know, like, why were you so emotional and crying when you were the one telling me no? When you were the one telling me that you wanted to, divorce me? Like, I need answers. I need it, to make sense. Gosh, y'all, I'm not... Oh, I'm not getting sucked in. I'm a sucker. I'm not getting sucked in. I ain't getting sucked up for nothing. Because part of me feels like Shaq might have lost out. Kirsten's not gonna go back. So, what else is going on? Gina. Let's go ahead and say Gina McKinley have their date. They go out on their date or whatever or whatnot. And y'all, it just seemed so awkward to me. Like, it was so nerve-wracking. Like, I think I was like scratching my face up like the entire time. And I completely hated how Gina had to completely go ahead and throw shade on, Clint, talking about like everybody's style is, different. And so I do feel like that he had style or whatever. And so like she was just like, you look nice and you have swag, like my last husband. But I'm like, girl, like, you just had this husband, like, y'all barely divorced, like, chill out. Like, they had their date. It's okay, though, that that he is gone back to Michigan, which is so crazy. We're not going to ignore the fact that he's gone back to Michigan. This was a concern for Dominique, that he wasn't settled and that he would go back to Michigan, even though he said in the after party, if things would have worked out, he would have stayed. But at the same time, it just showed that I think for me, it's still like, it's not about that. It's about the fact that he's not settled. Because regardless of, even if he didn't have anything here to keep him, settle though. Chill. So like I don't know. Y'all let me know if y'all agree, disagree, like whatever. But at the same time, let's not take away from what Nicole said. Because Nicole pointed out how and I was like, ooh, Nicole, like, good point. How did I didn't even catch that. Nicole found it also interesting that she that Dominique would also consider seeing someone who is out of state, especially when she was, it was such a stickler for her with McKinley that he was not settled and would possibly stay in like what they're in Nashville, yeah, in Nashville, because we know Gil is in Texas, is in Houston, I do believe, or whatever. So either way, that's still Texas. Y'all know what I mean. So it's given like both either way, but either way, I ain't saying that they were supposed to meet together. Honestly, from the after party and what Eris was saying, it seems like I guess, and he was, I guess he was speaking in Nicole's defense or whatever or whatnot. I guess it's something that the other castmates just seen in regards to possibly just them being a couple, especially with things not working out with, Clint. So I'm trying to give a little bit on this situation, y'all. Like, I guess, honestly, I don't see nothing coming of it, really. I really don't. But, like I said, Gina said, that she's open to, things being long distance. She's not like a needy person. So, whatever, y'all. Whatever. So, I thought it was just real cute, just like little Minty said. I really think that's for like all that, we had to like really chat it up, y'all, and gossip about today. So I found it interesting that Eris thinks he's going to get more dates and, more time with Duchess. And Jasmine's like, no, what else? It's interesting now that, Gina has found like, has learned from this. Like one thing about it, you can't say that they've learned things. Like Gina has learned now to take just some more, advantage of just like life and not just be so focused, into work. She's just been traveling, since basically I could say this process is ending because it's not necessarily ended, but at least since decision day and having to go and making that, yeah, I'll just say at least till decision day. And it sounds like things are probably pre-planned because I think one was like a trip out like for like her business, and then another one she was like doing a class. So it was just sound like all business stuff that probably hadn't been like all pre-planned. So it was like at the same time like, good stuff. But she did mention how she has been wanting to be more intentional with just getting more time in, with family and not just be, and friends and not just be so focused on like work. Y'all, no, how could I forget? I know y'all were like, Ashley, so we're not absolutely not going to talk about Clint. That's right. Y'all, I knew somebody else had went on a date, but I couldn't think of it. Like, y'all know, like, I make notes at the same time, like, especially if it's fall when I'm talking off the dome. I don't even think about getting to the notes, and I end up forgetting stuff. Clint's date was a complete fail. First off, is this what he considered to be athletic build? First of all, athletic build can look a lot of different ways. At the same time, athletic build, to me, in my opinion, is someone where you can actually see muscle mass. Someone where you can actually be like, oh, they're in the gym. They're in the gym. That's what I consider to be an athletic build. This shorty that Clint went on a date with is what I just consider slim. So just say that, Clint. You like slim girls. That's not athletic build to me. She's skinny. She's slim. That's it. There's nothing about her that would make me think she's in the gym. She probably is. But it would not be the first thing that I would say about her upon first appearance. Yeah, we just got there. I went there, y'all. We're going to talk about it, though, because we cannot talk about it because this was a big thing on this episode. Nonetheless, this man cannot get past this whole redhead situation. Everything's nice. Everything's going good. They're talking, whatever. They get into her deal breaker, and she's like, like she knew it was going to cause like a ruckus. How? Not a ruckus, but just like a discomfort because he's a redhead. And she says redheads are like her deal breaker. And she basically says that redheads are a deal breaker because every time she's like when she dated a redhead before, everybody thought that like they were siblings or whatever. Like, it was just like, there's no way in heck that this has happened to Clint, not once but twice in one season. How crazy is that? Y'all, I was like, I was like, wait a minute. What? I was like, dang. I was just like, dang, Clint. What in the? I just think it's like, what in the hell? Like, what in the world, bruh? You really can't catch a break. This is crazy, y'all. And things continue to get crazier because next week we see Dominique talking to Gil, on a FaceTime. Again, doesn't mean like, she can't see other people, but she is locking lips with, Clint or whatnot. Maybe it's just timing, but is anybody else seeing how Jazz and Eris were low key like a little close together in that same scene? It's definitely going to be interesting. It's going to be some interesting things happening in next week's episode. Shaq and Jasmine are going to talk. Yeah. Oh, I'm just like forgetting all kinds of like stuff, y'all. Like I forgot about how Nicole and Chris, y'all, like what is going on here? Like, tell me to get myself together. I think I was just overly just excited about like this episode, I guess. Was just overly excited in general. Yeah, it's probably the drink. But Nicole and Chris, like, all right, this is gonna be interesting. Like, I think I can see how they are supposed to like where they're supposed to like learn things from each other, and at the same time where they're supposed to give, from another or whatever or whatnot, because this whole moving situation is definitely going to be interesting. One, you see them in a good token where they're doing things, that each other, loves or has interest in, and then, they're talking about, future and moving in and traveling to see family, whatever. And then we talk about this apartment. And Gina is that frivolous spender where basically Chris is not. And, they go, she's already talking about, yeah, I need you. If I say this, yeah, you probably need to do this. If I say, I'm like, oh God, Gina, here we go with this Morris boy. This boy just needs to write a list of the things that he need to do just to keep up with you and your stuff. But girl, so they go, what's the name, shopping, furniture shopping and stuff. And she literally just shows like the, example. So that's just going to be interesting how like they navigate that. Like, I think, yes, when you're decorating your home, I think like it's cool. Obviously, you need your necessity stuff, but I think you want to have like some little pieces here that give like a place like character and just like, especially right. She's in a house full of boys. Let her maybe have the gold chair. Let her maybe have the, magnifying glass. Negotiate on what y'all will spend on the furniture. If I had it, yes, I completely is where she's at. Is if I know something that's going to last me, especially if I'm going to be buying a house, something like that. Yeah, that's something I would definitely spend, that, money or whatever or whatnot. But I just say right now, I'm like, yep. I'm all for that $2,000 couch, Chris. I'm with you. So I think for real, y'all. All right, I think I'm really done now. I think I'd have really hit everything that I was supposed to hit. I just started talking about these little tidbits that didn't happen, in the episode or whatever, whatnot. Not even getting to the main points, but y'all know how I do. If you made this far in the video, definitely comment some purple hearts down below. Or, of course, just comment down your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on this episode. Anything you want to talk about, chat about, just let me know. I'm taking suggestions on anything that you would think. Taking suggestions on episode or shows that you think that I should. All right, y'all get it. Like, I'm just going to shut up now. Like, I hate when I can't get my words right and I'm all tongue-tied and just like whatever. So I'm going to say peace, and I'll see y'all in the next one.